Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take a whole load of information, sift through it, and pull out those key insights you need to be, well, properly informed. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of watches, horology specifically. We're looking at a timepiece that really blends aviation history with some deep natural inspiration. Yeah, we've got a detailed look at the new S.U.F. Helsinki Myrsky MYG Frostpine. It's a pilot's watch from a brand with this really unique Finnish identity. Our mission, basically, is to unpack what makes this watch so interesting. You know, its heritage, the design thinking behind it, and all those little details that make it stand out. Okay, so let's get into it. Many of you listening might know Stepan Sarpaneva's main watch company.
And it's Sarpaneva, yeah, known for those very expressive, often quite high-end pieces.
Exactly. But this other brand, S.U.F. Helsinki, it flies a bit more under the radar, doesn't it?
It does. S.U.F. stands for Sarpaneva Urin Fabrik,
Uh-huh.
which is Sarpaneva Watch Factory in German. A little nod to, traditional watchmaking roots.
Right.
And S.U.F. Helsinki, well, it positions itself deliberately as something different. An alternative if you're looking for something unique, maybe not from the big names you always see, like, say, Longines or Oris.
So it's for collectors who want something individual, with a story.
Precisely. Someone who values that distinct narrative, that individuality.
And the sources are clear. S.U.F. Helsinki is Stepan's take on watches that are maybe simpler, sportier, definitely more accessible price-wise.
Accessible, yes, but still very much inspired by Finland. That's key.
It carries these unique Finnish design elements. They explicitly say the brand is Finland through and through.
And that's not just talk. When we say different, it's about that specific design language, rugged, but still refined somehow. And it's about his commitment to using local materials where possible and weaving this narrative that's just deeply rooted in Finnish culture.
So it's kind of an authentic, grounded take on luxury.
I think that's a good way to put it, yes. Less flashy, perhaps, but very solid.
And it's not just this one watch, right? S.U.F. Helsinki has other models.
Oh, yeah. There's the Vetehinen, which is their dive watch, has very original bezel design. And the 180 models, those are described as maybe the most Finnish watch yet. But yet today we're focused on the Myrsky.
The Myrsky. Now, you might think, okay, pilot's watch, legibility, tough case, standard stuff. But what if it could also capture, I don't know, a nation's spirit, a bit of history?
Well, that's exactly what the Myrsky aims for.
It's named after a historical Finnish plane, the V.L. Myrsky. Tell us a bit about that.
Right, the V.L. Myrsky. It's a fascinating piece of Finnish history. Right. Built by Finland's state aircraft factory. During World War II.
Okay.
And at the time, it was the fastest plane Finland had. Naming a watch after something like that, it instantly gives it this weight, this heritage.
It's more than just a cool name then.
Much more. The plane itself was a symbol of Finnish resilience, ingenuity, built out of necessity during wartime. So that spirit, robust, no-nonsense, independent, that's kind of baked into the watch's identity.
And the watch design itself, it leans into that classic flagger look.
It does, yeah. True to its pilot watch roots. The large legible dial, bold markers, distinct hands, all designed for quick reading in a cockpit environment.
Okay, so we have the spirit, the history. How does that translate into the actual watch? What's it like physically?
Well, it's a 42mm case, pretty straightforward design, no unnecessary frills. But there are some nice details.
Like the steel.
Exactly. The case material is important here. It's made from high-grade Outokumpu stainless steel, which is sourced from Finland.
Reinforcing that Finland through and through idea.
Absolutely. And it's not just any steel. Outokumpu is known for excellent corrosion resistance, and it has this particularly clean, bright finish. So it's both a narrative point and a genuine quality feature.
And it wears quite slim, apparently. 10.4 millimeter thick.
Relatively thin, yes.
Yeah.
Which is nice for wearability, and the whole case is brushed.
So that tool watch look. Reduces glare, too, I suppose.
Exactly. Very practical, instrument-like. Plus, you get sapphire crystals on the front and the back.
Oh, so you can see the movement.
Yep. Exhibition case back.
And there's something unusual about the crown, too.
Ah, yes. S.U.F. gives you a choice here, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can have the crown at the standard 3 o'clock. Or you can opt for a lefty version with the crown at 9 o'clock.
Oh, interesting. Does that change the feel much?
Aesthetically, I think it does. It gives it a slightly more unconventional, maybe even toolish look for some people. A nice option to have.
Now, there have been other Myrsky versions, but this new one, the Frostpine, This seems to be where it really finds its personality.
Definitely. This edition introduces that really striking pine green dial.
Pine green, Stepan Sarpaneva calls it a pilot's watch built for the skies, inspired by the land. I like that.
It sums it up perfectly. That dual inspiration is really clear when you look closely. The dial layout itself, pure pilot watch.
Right. Vintage cockpit instruments, clean lines, those long 5-minute markers, loom dots.
All for legibility, clear aviation cues.
But then you get that color, that green.
Exactly. It's described as more earthy, drawing, as you said, from the soul of the Finnish forest.
And the hands. Blue steel.
Blue steel, yes, with luminous coating. And the description connects them to the purity of Finnish lakes. Adds another layer of that natural inspiration.
This version is also no date, right?
Correct, which a lot of watch enthusiasts prefer, actually. Gives the dial a cleaner, more symmetrical look.
So putting all those elements together.
You get this really cohesive visual story. It connects the technical, functional side of a pilot's watch with the sort of serene beauty of the Finnish landscape.
Whether you consciously pick up on all the specific inspirations or not.
Right, even if you don't. The color scheme itself, the dial design, it's just very appealing. It definitely gives the watch a unique character.
Okay, let's move inside the case. What's powering this watch?
We find a pretty solid and modern movement inside, the Swiss-made Soprod A10.
So Prod A10. Now, for people who follow movements, why is that interesting?
Well, it's often positioned as a slightly higher grade alternative to the very common ETA 2824 or Sellita SW200 movements you see everywhere.
Okay, so potentially better finishing, maybe better accuracy out of the box.
Generally, yes. The Soprod A10 is known for being robust, often with better finishing direct from the factory. It's an automatic, of course. Runs at 4 Hertz.
Which is standard, gives you that smooth seconds hand sweep.
8 beats per second, exactly. And it has a 42-hour power reserve. Pretty standard, practical figure for this kind of movement.
And you mentioned you can see it through the back.
Yes, through the sapphire case back. You can see the decoration, things like Geneva stripes, which are those nice parallel lines, and circular graining. Standard but nicely executed decoration.
How does it come presented strap-wise?
It comes on a vintage-style brown leather strap with a Sarpaneva-signed steel pin buckle. But notably, they also include an extra strap, a grass-based strap in blue, made by Erica's Originals.
Oh, Erica's Originals. Those are popular. Nice bonus.
Very popular, yeah. Gives you a different look and feel right away, which is a great touch.
Now, you mentioned S.U.F. aiming for more accessible watches. What about this specific edition? Availability, price?
Right, so while S.U.F. is generally more accessible than the main Sarpaneva line, this Frostpine edition is actually quite limited.
How limited?
Only 50 pieces are being made.
Wow, okay, so definitely exclusive.
Very much so. It's available directly from the brand's website, and the price is EUR 2,470, but that's excluding VAT.
So around the 2,500 euro mark plus tax.
Correct, which, considering the limited nature, the unique design, the Finnish connection, the Soprod movement, it positions it as a real collector's piece in that sort of niche luxury space. It offers exclusivity and that strong story for the money.
Okay, so let's sort of wrap this up. We've dug into the S.U.F. Helsinki Myrsky MYG Frostpine. We've seen how it really tries to weave together national history, some unique design choices, and this really strong sense of place. Finland, basically.
Yeah, from the plane it's named after to the actual Finnish steel in the case and then that forest-inspired dial. It does feel like a watch that's telling a story.
It really highlights how an object, even a watch, can hold so much. History, identity, art.
It definitely encourages you to look a bit deeper, doesn't it? To understand the why behind the what. To appreciate those extra layers.
Yeah. We hope this deep dive has maybe given you a new angle on what makes a watch more than just, well, a thing that tells time.
But potentially a piece of culture, maybe even a slice of history you can wear.
Exactly. So here's something for you to think about after this. How much does a product's origin story, especially one that's really deeply tied to its country's heritage, its natural landscape, how much does that elevate its appeal for you? Beyond just its function, does it make it genuinely more desirable, more special?